There we go. Hi, it's Winter here. Happy November. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm here with a video to show you how I made a cape, specifically for my friend, but I also ended up making a cape for myself for Halloween and a Ren Faire. We had a little bit of a theme going on, little matching outfits based on a meme. Maybe you can figure it out. If not, I'll show you some pictures at the end of the video. But yeah, I bought the pattern off Etsy. I'll put a link down below and the shop name in the video. But I bought the pattern, and how it works: if you buy a pattern online, you print it and you cut them out and you tape them. And then here I am transferring them to fabric tracing paper, because you can see through it, so I can actually make a full pattern. Because technically I could cut out the printer paper and use that as a pattern, but I wanted to have something, if I'm putting this much work into it, I want to have something that I can reuse. And also I just wanted to practice it as well. This is my first big sewing project I've ever had. It's an intermediate level project, and the only things I've made are a small plush, and I've tailored a cosplay. I was actually wanting to make the whole cosplay, but I ended up not having time, and it was a lot harder than I thought, so I just had to buy existing items and tailor them. Anyways, so this is very hard. So I bought the fabric here, and you can see I've made the pattern based on the pattern I printed, and then you use the pattern, you trace it over top the fabric that you bought, you pin it, and then you cut it out. Simple, right? But depending on the fabric, that can make that tricky. On my personal cape, I used some very, very hard fabrics to work with that I did not know were going to be that hard. So it didn't come out as well as the one I made my friends, but that's fine. I was a little practice. So once you have all the pieces of fabric cut out, there are instructions included on what to cut, what your seam allowance should be, how they should line up, if you're using the right side or the wrong side. And essentially, you follow those, you line things up as best as you can, as precise as you can, pin them, and then sew them. And sew them with the stitch length that is instructed, or maybe if you want to freestyle it, you do what you want. I picked out the thread and fabric at Joann's. And here you can see I am pressing some seams. It makes them look better on the outside. This cape has an inner and an outer lining, so you make the cape twice, essentially. And then you sew the pieces together, mainly the pieces of the cape to the cape, and then the hood is separate, and you attach it later at the end. All that being said, there's more to this, and there's a lot of jargon to learn that I honestly have not mastered. This is just a beginner's interpretation of it, and I'm sure there are many, many things I've done wrong, and maybe some things I've done right. But it was a really, really fun project, and I enjoyed learning. And also, excuse the state of me if you see me, because a lot of hers was super, super rushed. I took my time on making my cape off screen so I can learn slowly over time and not feel too pressured. Hers, because I knew exactly what I would need to do, I just barreled through. I stayed up for 24 hours one day, maybe twice, just trying to finish it on time. I ended up still having to do some last finishing touches the day I left to go down and give her the cape and wear them at the Ren Faire. As frustrating as it could be, I also really enjoyed this project, and I hope to do more sewing in the future. I'm mainly thinking plushes, as well as some clothing items, maybe things I wouldn't wear or give away, but maybe if I can tailor them, I can wear them again. Also, sorry it's taken so long for me to have a video out again when I was posting week to week. Things got really fucking crazy, fucking busy, and I just could not keep up, so this video kind of took the back burner, because it is, a hobby of mine, but I really appreciate all the love that I've been getting on my YouTube videos, especially the XG concert one. Shout out to Alphas, y'all showed up. But yeah, thank you for being patient with me. I'm a work in progress. I'm learning. I'm still learning all this editing stuff. But yeah, here I am. I'm attaching, I believe, the inner and outer lining. And then you just sew it all together and sew it inside out. The inside is going to be the darker green and the outside is a lighter green. I chose these colors that actually match my mouse pad really well right here, because her mascot is a cabbage and her name has cabbage in it. I've also made her some emotes and stuff that are cabbage based, and she also requested green, but this is why I chose this specific green. And here I am trying it on, trying to iron out all the corners and the seams here, making it nice and crisp so we can line up the hood properly. But yeah, so I'll put a link to her channel down below as well as in the video. She's really fun. She does YouTube and Twitch as well. I highly recommend checking her out. She's really genuine and a cool person. Yeah, here I am putting the hood together, finishing that. Attaching the hood and hand sewing the cape closed was by far the hardest part. Oh my gosh, those gave me so many headaches. Anyways, I'm going to hand it off to Past Me. Bye, see you later. Okay, hi. I skipped filming a few things because most of the stuff of me sewing was like when I had no sleep, and I didn't film this last part. I don't even know why. I just didn't film it. I think it's because it was harder and I wanted to focus on getting it looking good, because I didn't do it on mine well. So last time you saw me, I think I sewed the outer line and inner lining together. So I did a basting stitch. I forget what the measurements were, but I did a basting stitch all the way around. That's all this long stuff is still there. And then it said to gather it. I've never gathered anything and I don't know how it's supposed to look, so I just gathered it. However, and then I sewed it on to the outer lining with just my regular stitch I've been using the whole time. So now the last part to make this like a fully finished garment before the closures, but like finished as in no more sewing like needed. This was originally a basting stitch. It was supposed to be to adjust it so you can better like fit it to the gathered back. We'll see if I do use it, but it's going to be my guide essentially, and I'm going to fold it on it and then cover up this back seam. Obviously fold it to where that seam isn't showing either. Sorry, this is kind of hard to do with one hand. Cover it like that all the way across, and then hand sew it. So I'll include, I think I'll have a time lapse of that. I'm actually going to do that like after this. I did it for mine last night. My first try was a fail. My second try was a lot better. So I'm hoping this one will be also successful. Before I do close it up though, so I have these closures I've put on the front. They're metal, you know, they're a little heavy, but I think her fabric is more stable than mine. Mine's a lot thinner because it's like satiny. It's got some weight to it, and I don't want it to like sag it at all, or like I just want there to be more structure just in case. I don't even know if it's needed. So I got this fusible. Essentially you put it on here like sticky side down, or like you iron it. The textured size is the one you iron down, the smooth is the back. You iron it and then it stays. You can still peel it off, but it adds some structure for putting the closure on, but it stays white, and I don't want that showing right here. So I'm gonna position it inside the lining and iron it, and then close it up, and then do the closures. And there's also one more thing I'm gonna do. Heat transfer like vinyl paper, and I was going to print out an emote I made for her and put it right here, but I need to do the closures first, and then I'm gonna apply it. Obviously it's not perfect, there's little imperfections, but hers came out a lot better than mine, I think because the fabric was so easy to work on, but also mine was essentially like a tester and learning. I think I did a way better job on hers than mine, which is good. I'm improving, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy. Like, I wanted to make sure, it's like, you know, you do stuff for yourself, you're like, oh, I'll get by, I'll pass, it'll be okay, but with your friends, you're like, it's gotta be so good, it's gotta go so perfect, you know. And I'm always happy to make stuff for my friends. And obviously she didn't, like, I'm the one who offered. I'm like, I want to make you a cape. Like, let's match. Let's do this. So she's not like, make me a cake. No, I would like, please let me. Let's match. Let's be cute. So, yeah. All right. Cue the time lapse. Okay, there we go. There's that little recap from past me. Oh my gosh, I was so tired and stressed and sleepy. I don't know if you could tell. But yeah, there you go. Ironing on that and then hand sewing it. I didn't realize I would have to be hand sewing when I started this project. I thought it was all going to be machine. So when I learned how I had to hand sew, I was pretty peeved, not gonna lie. Yeah. There you go, I've just closed it up and now here's me doing the closures. I found a YouTube video of a woman showing a tutorial for how she sewed these exact closures on, so I just followed that. It was so easy. That was honestly one of my favorite parts. Here I am, I'm printing out the little decal we're gonna use with some vinyl transfer paper. I enjoy using vinyl because it's very opaque, very solid, but also it fades if you wash it. And I like the look of like faded like designs. So yeah, this is the morning of my long drive down there to the Ren Faire. I'm going to include some footage and pictures from Halloween and the Ren Faire at the end of this video. But I just want to say thank you for watching this like rambly, like random ass video. I don't know. I just wanted to try it and like show you a little bit of like some of the things I do in real life. Yeah. Dude, watching this back, I realize how many times I say like and I am so sorry for that. It is a habit I will have to fix. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good rest of the year. I'm not sure if I'll be able to put out another video by the end of the year. It's going to be pretty busy. I have to lock in. I have a lot of projects and stuff I'm going to work on. But I do occasionally stream some gaming on Twitch. So if I'm not over here on YouTube, I might have a VOD or two you can watch. There's some games I want to play that's been coming out, you know the vibes. But I also have to do a lot of artwork and a lot of other stuff in real life and blah, 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 blah. I'm excited for 2025 and what it will bring and using this camera more for more adventures to show y'all, I don't know, just take y'all along with me a little part of my life and things I enjoy doing. Yeah, bye. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. I know, I only noticed because I wanted him to be facing in, not out, like towards her. Because I think that's a good like little touch. It's like when you're a streamer and you have a face cam, you want it to face wherever you're looking at chat, and so when you look at chat, you're looking at like towards the inwards the screen, not outwards the screen. Okay, so we said right here. Yep. All right. I think that she's gonna be surprised.
I agree. I think it's a cool touch.
I don't think she's expecting this at all.
No.
I hope she likes it.
I think she will.
I know, it's so funny. He's just a little guy with a little booty, and I like how she enjoys it so much. Twitch.tv/BabyKiyobatsu. I don't know how the YouTube handle goes. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna iron it, finish ironing the whole thing, and I'm gonna lint roll it, and then we're off to Houston.